Nowadays, all you ever hear is how people complain about how everything is gay now, how everything is LGBTQ plus now. It's everywhere, it's in everything, it's in all the media. You can't escape it. You see it everywhere. It's constantly being shoved in everyone's faces. Blah, 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 blah. No. Just no. It's not. That's not correct. That's not accurate at all. It's not everywhere. Honestly, everything is not gay enough. Everything is not LGBTQ plus enough. You know, we don't get enough representation in media. Yes, we have made strides and improvements when it comes to representation in media, but it's not enough. We don't get enough. You know, we're still a minority, especially compared to all the heterosexual straight representation in media that just dominates, all media. You know, we're basically just little blips half the time. That's about all we get, is this little tiny little blips of representation every so often. Yeah, they're getting a little bit more frequent, and better, but it's still not enough. And yeah, it should be more, It should be at a point where we have equally as much as representation as all the heterosexual straight people, We should have as much as representation as everyone else. Everyone should have equal representation in media. But yeah, sadly, it's not like that. Sadly, it might never be like that. We might never get to that point. Hopefully someday in the future we will, but knowing how humans are and how ignorant and stupid some people are, it's probably going to take a long fucking time till we get to that point of how everyone has equal representation as everyone else. But yeah. And when I talk about representation, I mean actually good representation. Not some big, gigantic, stereotypical thing, or not some special episode, special character type of thing that's way overdone, and it's just, yeah. Not that type of representation, no. I'm talking about actually good representation, the representation that we all want and we all should have. Like being treated as just a person, just living their life, doing what they do. And yeah, they happen to be LGBTQ plus or whatever other thing. But that's the kind of representation we all want and need and should have. Just be represented as just a person, just living their life, doing their thing. And whatever else. But, yeah. Sadly, most representation we get is a little blips every here and now and then. And half of them are decent and good, and are like what I described, just people living their lives and doing what they do. But then you got the ones that are just blatant fucking stereotypes and special episodes and special characters and, over the top, and where their, sexuality and their gender identity is the main character trait of theirs. They base the entire character on that and that alone. No, that's not the type of representation anyone really wants. They want the representation of just a person, just living their life, doing their thing, being themselves. And yeah.